You know, I was sitting here drinking a Capri Sun because that's the type of adult I am, and I heard news that Jussie Smollett is out of rehab and he's wanting to do some sort of Hollywood comeback. And when it comes to things like this, there's only one place I could go to find any real informative detail about this, and that's The Root. Are we ready to see Jussie Smollett have a career comeback? Let's see. It's been a rough few years for Jussie Smollett, but the actor does have something to feel positive about. According to TMZ, the former Empire star recently completed a 5-month outpatient rehab program for substance abuse. The outlet's sources say that he put in work focusing on his health and being consistent with his workouts during his time in rehab. As he continues his sobriety journey, the singer/actor now turns his attention back to the legal battle over his 2019 fake hate crime. Wasn't I? He and his legal team appealed his conviction to the Illinois Supreme Court, claiming that the original deal he had with the Cook County State's Attorney's Office should have prohibited his trial from happening. Special Prosecutor Dan Webb calls Smollett's alleged deal imaginary and states that it did not insulate him from facing charges at a later date. Smollett presumably wants to clear his name so he could try to restart his career. However, whether he has a conviction on his record or not, his name has become synonymous with hoaxes. Anytime someone from a marginalized community, no, it doesn't matter if it's a marginalized, anybody. You remember the woman who sat there and lied saying her kids got kidnapped? She was not marginalized. She was white.
Monday of this week, my children were the targets of attempted kidnap.
Popular social media influencer who falsely accused a couple of trying to kidnap her children, now convicted of lying about the whole ordeal, falsely claiming that strangers tried to kidnap her 2 young children on December 7, 2020, outside the Petaluma, California Michaels store. The Sonoma County DA's office says the videos were posted about a week after Sorensen reported the supposed kidnapping attempt to police. In the video, Sorensen described a number of details about the alleged incident that hadn't been disclosed to police. The accused couple, Sadie and Eddie Martinez, say they actually recognized themselves in this photo and came forward to deny Sorensen's claims.
She wanted a stronger following. She was looking for, content for her fame and her income, and at our expense.
Sorensen's attorney maintains his client did not lie to police.
She misperceived and misunderstood a series of random events which were occurring around her.
This is a woman who lied for clicks at the expense of a couple in California who wrongly accused them of a very serious crime.
No. Anytime anybody of any gender, of any race, of any sex, of any ideology does this, they say, oh, another Smollett. Even if it don't line up correctly and it's something completely different, people will say, oh, he pulled a Smollett, she pulled a Smollett, they pulled a Smollett. No, don't do that. I trust you as my *1 source of black news. Don't do things like this. The Root, do better than this. Don't lie to me. I don't know why I did all of that, but anytime someone from a marginalized community goes public with an attack or an assault, they instantly have their name attached to his on social media. No, they lie. That's how it happens. Something occurs, it seems fishy, then we get it confirmed, then people say, oh, we got Smolletted again. If we're being honest, there may not be enough apologizing to make up for all the ways he has hurt his communities. Staging a fake hate crime isn't a scandal we've seen someone try to come back from, so there's no roadmap to show what career resurgence would look like. However, Smollett's name continues to be a lightning rod for controversy that few studios or producers will want their projects attached to. It also doesn't help that Empire was basically his only role of note before all of this happened. Stars like Robert Downey Jr., Mel Gibson, and even Jonathan Majors had years of quality, successful work behind them before they found themselves mired in controversy. Even with all the extra baggage, they were proven commodities, something Smollett isn't. At some point, everyone needs a second chance. Unfortunately for the actor, Hollywood only allows certain people to get those second, third, and fourth chances. Honestly, Jussie Smollett can do the apology tour, start his career over from the bottom, and work his way back up, but at the end of the day, his name has been dragged through so much mud, it seems unlikely that he has a reasonable shot at a comeback. And you know what? I'm pretty sure many of you hear that and you say, you're absolutely right. He should not be given a second chance, and he deserves to rot and fail and woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. But you know what? Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's the time of year, but I am gonna go a different route. I am going to say I would like to see him have his chance of being a little bit better in his life, being a little bit better at his occupation, seeing success in some way, in some form. I would just like for him to not get on camera and let everybody know, hey, I'm the victim, hey, I'm the gay Tupac, because that strategy has not helped him at one point.
That there is nothing that I will do here today that can come close to the damage you've already done to your own life. You've turned your life upside down by your misconduct and shenanigans. You've destroyed your life as you knew it. And there's nothing that any sentencing judge could do to you that can compare to the damage you've already caused to yourself.
And above all, I fought the back. I'm the gay Tupac.
And this article is true. It has hurt a lot of communities that he claims to care about, which is why when we talk about all these fake hate crimes and these fake attacks, I say you wanting to speak up, and it's weird how many people do this. They start talking about their communities and how underprivileged or how attacked they all are. You're affecting your group, because now the people who already hate your group are going to use that and say all of you are nothing but liars and scammers. And that's not what you want. So it would behoove you to not do fake hate crimes for attention, for money, for gratification. You want your mom to suck on you one more time because you're that type of grown adult who needs to function in society.
I'm an advocate. I respect too much the people who I am now one of those people who have been attacked in any way. You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this. It feels like if I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot more. And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now. The fact that we have these fear mongers, these people that are trying to separate us, and it's just not okay.
You need to do a little bit better than that. But what needs to be understood, at least in some examples, a second chance could work out for a lot of people, because oftentimes mistakes are made and people get ostracized. No, I'm not talking about the egregious examples where people should be ostracized and on occasion given the chair. I'm speaking more to the lower things and how those things could be blown out of proportion, and maybe a second chance could help somebody. And I'm gonna be honest, staging a fake hate crime, you could argue that person doesn't deserve a second chance, especially when it could lead to ramifications of innocent people being put in jail, which I believe for a time period those two black brothers were. I have to emphasize that point because it made it seem like there was a bunch of racist white people that attacked you based on the "this is MAGA country" standpoint. But besides the point, after all this time, I don't really have that much hatred for Smuggle Nuts. I laugh at how stupid he continuously tries to attempt to prove to everybody he got jumped. But at the end of the day, if he went through rehab and he got himself clean off of anything and he's worked out to keep himself in a good mind state and he wants to try to do some form of career resurgence, do the apology tour, let everybody know, hey, I was doing something dumb to get 15 minutes of fame or whatever thing you want to come up with PR-wise, and go from there. You could try. Will it work? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. As long as you're not calling yourself the gay Tupac, we'll be perfectly fine. But let me know, would you be willing to give Smuggle Nuts a second chance? Or has he hurt you so much and he has affected the gay community so much and he has defiled the grave of Tupac so much that you don't want to see him on your television screens or even on TikTok? Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.